Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Magic in the Midwest podcast number 5. I am J.B. Michaels, USA Today best-selling author, and this is... Ashley Michaels, my more successful wife. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the podcast is brought to you by harrisonandjamespublishing.com and all of the books that J.B. Michaels has written. So please check him out on Amazon.com.
He's a pretty cool author.
Right. There's some
from
books
what I've
there.
seen.
There's some books there to
check out.
Book 12 drops in a week.
Wow.
Less than a week. 5 days, actually.
It's pretty fantastic.
5 days, yes.
Pretty exciting.
It is exciting. Yes, so please check that out. So check out harrisonandjamespublishing.com, as well as my books on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever you like to buy your literary treats, I should say. Okay. Yeah, treats. So Magic in the Midwest podcast is ready to go. And today we're going to talk about, in the 5th podcast, we're going to talk about Adventureland.
We should probably say real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you to our new subscribers. We had 2 new subscribers.
We
Molly
have 2 new subscribers?
and Emily.
Oh, yes. I thought we shouted out to Emily last week. Maybe we didn't.
No, I think we shouted out to Sam.
Okay, so we're going to shout out, once again, thank you very much to new subscribers on Bandcamp.
Yep.
Remember, those Bandcamp exclusive episodes are the Attraction Smackdown episodes, which are very fun. We take 2 attractions and we debate which one is better. I'm always right. And, Ash doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter.
Okay, then. Happy to be here.
You don't have a voice. Yeah.
But also, you should just subscribe to our podcast in general. Yeah,
on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, so
Apple Podcasts.
That way you're alerted to
Spotify or
new podcasts as they
are released.
Download
as they are released.
As they are released.
Yeah, so subscribe there too.
So.
And thanks to those who have rated and reviewed us. We have 4 ratings on Apple Podcasts.
What are the ratings? Bad?
All 5 stars.
Oh, well, hey.
So whoever that was, thank you very much.
Was one of them you?
No, it wasn't. They don't allow it. They don't allow it.
Oh, it wasn't me either.
So, yeah. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, rate and review us.
Rate and review us on iTunes or Apple Podcasts. I shouldn't say iTunes. It's not iTunes anymore. It's Apple Podcasts.
Oh, okay.
All right. So let's dig into Adventureland. Adventureland is your land.
That's not what he said.
I know.
You've been saying that all day, though. Oh, my gosh.
Adventureland is your land. It's definitely not something Walt said. He said Disneyland is your land.
I think we all know the line.
Right. Okay, yeah. I mean, we're all Diz fans here. Okay. So, Adventureland happens to be my absolute favorite land in all of Disney theme parks.
Wow. Powerful statement.
Yes.
I mean, I can see why. It's definitely, it goes between Frontierland and Adventureland for me.
Yeah, you always change your mind depending on the day, what you like better.
Yeah, they're kind of like a tie.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
They're both great. They're both fantastic. Yeah. For me, it just edges out to Adventureland. All right, Ash. So why don't we talk about Adventureland overview? So just give me your overall feel of Adventureland when you're in there. How do you feel? What's the vibe that you get?
The vibe for me in Adventureland is definitely the most chill of all the lands in Magic Kingdom. I just really like it there. There's spots in Adventureland where we've watched the fireworks. One of my favorite stores is in Adventureland.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of my, favorite rides, not favorite rides, one of my most liked rides, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, I just like it. I like the aesthetic of Adventureland, and it's like a chill, cool vibe.
It is. I would agree with you.
I don't know what that means. Chill, cool vibe.
Chill, cool vibe in Adventureland. There's lots of marijuana wafting around Adventureland. Hey, no wonder it's cool and chill in here.
That's why Ash likes
There's
it so
some
much.
cannabis leaves being burnt, like incense in the corners. Okay, so no.
We also have to tell the story of our honeymoon too at some point. With the
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay,
yeah,
go
we
ahead.
will. We'll get
Go
there.
ahead.
We'll get there. So my overall feel of Adventureland is one of just like you said, it does have a more relaxed vibe to it than the other lands. Like it's definitely just for some reason more relaxing.
I think I know why. Because Fantasyland has, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and then Tomorrowland has Space Mountain. Sorry,
Right.
I'm blanking. And then Frontierland has the two mountains, the other
Right.
two mountains. So I feel like, not to say there's nothing like important in Adventureland, but Pirates never has like a super long wait, even though it's a fantastic attraction.
Right.
And Jungle Cruise, actually does usually have a longer wait, but I don't feel like there's like a ride in Adventureland where everyone's like rushing to get there in the morning.
Right. True.
True. Even though the attractions in there are great.
To be
it's
honest,
just more chill.
there hasn't really been a new attraction in Adventureland in a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, I feel like when people go into Magic Kingdom, they're running to Space Mountain or Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or...
In 2016, Disney was doing a test, using height balloons and taking measurements for a possible Moana volcano coaster.
I'm very upset that that's not happening.
Now, we don't know why it's not happening. It might still happen. You never know. Usually Disney ideas, Imagineering ideas, like, don't go away completely. So it might not be gone forever. But because Moana, the idea is nowadays, the Disney company is so successful and large, that if the intellectual property doesn't do like $1 billion, they're not going to put anything in the parks, which is wrong. Because they're still doing the Mary Poppins thing.
Yeah, but they scaled it way back, didn't they?
Yeah. So we'll see. But the Mary Poppins Returns did not gross anywhere near.
It was like a great movie.
Yeah.
So was
$1
Moana.
billion.
It's like, are we only going to have... Is the whole park just going to be frozen?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I'll stop going.
That would be weird at Adventureland, but you never know.
Well, it's an Epcot, so...
But Moana coaster, Norway does fit.
Don't get me started
It does
on
fit.
that.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually.
You guys were going to get an earful.
Yeah, exactly. This is from a Norwegian woman.
Hashtag doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
Let's
okay.
move on.
All right. So eventually they were going to do possibly a Moana coaster. Has not come to light though. Has not happened. Which I think would be really neat.
Would be really cool.
And it would boost Adventureland.
It would fit in so many different ways.
It would. Considering Adventureland is sort of a mishmash of like Africa, Asia, and the tropics, like Oceania, right?
But you think about the
Polynesia.
plot of the movie.
Right.
She's like going.
Yeah, going on a quest, right? The heart of Tafiti. But anyway, so Adventureland is amazing. Now, for me, pro tip: the best time to go to Adventureland is at night. If you want to really get a dose of that chill, cool, relaxed vibe with the marijuana wafting everywhere. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You want to go to Adventureland at night. There's the torches.
Yep.
There's the pretty the music. It's just so it's like darker in there. Which I think helps.
Yep.
It's a little darker. It's more relaxed. And Jungle Cruise at night is a great experience.
Oh yeah.
I think Jungle Cruise
totally
at night.
Different attraction at night.
Yeah. I think it's really a lot more fun at night.
Yeah.
So if you want to enhance Jungle Cruise, try and get a fast pass there at night. And it's just a really great. It's also a great dessert over there. The pineapple.
The Dole
swirl.
Whip.
The Dole Whip is over there.
And then the orange
swirl.
swirl.
The Dole,
I don't know what it is. You keep talking about it.
Yeah. The citrus swirl, they call it. Citrus swirl. So that is also over there. Some great desserts in Adventureland. It's just a great ambiance in Adventureland, especially at night.
Isn't Adventureland the only place you can get a Dole Whip besides the Polynesian?
Yes. Yeah. Aloha Isle, which is right near the Tiki Room.
Okay.
And behind Magic Carpets of Aladdin is where you could get the pineapple Dole Whip.
Right now,
it's pretty awesome.
We have a Polynesian wax melts going.
Right. We could smell them.
Really good. We also have Dole Whip ones.
Yes, we do.
Anyways.
We do.
Okay.
So, all right, Ash, let's go through some of the attractions. Give me your thoughts on it. Okay, what do you think? Let's just get this one out of the way. What do you think of Magic Carpets of Aladdin?
I mean, I do get why it's there. I feel like they're trying to...
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's also like Persia, like, another mixture. It's a very mixed
right, but I
land.
mean, I feel like they're just trying to add another, like... I think the idea was something like Dumbo that's gonna eat more people up, you know. But it's just where it is. It's just like it's right in the middle of like the walkway, and now there's this really narrow walkway. It just sucks up a lot of room.
Yeah, Magic Carpets of Aladdin. Honestly, the coolest thing about it is the camel that spits, and sometimes it doesn't even spin anymore.
That's just like.
Right, that's just a thing.
But to me, it's like we have Dumbo, and then we have the one in Animal Kingdom. Why does there need whatever that is?
It's a hub and spoke. They call it a hub and spoke.
But why does
attraction.
there need to be a third one? Why did they need to put that there?
You're right. Maybe it's just to soak up more crowd.
But there's a lot of people that wait for those rides.
Yeah,
I feel like there's always like a 45, 60-minute wait. I don't know if it's because you have small kids, but I mean, you have small kids, you can go on Jungle Boat. Jungle Boat. Shout out to Mike. We have a brother-in-law calls it Jungle Boat.
Jungle Boat.
The Jungle Cruise and Pirates. But yeah, I mean, my thoughts are it's just sort of a derivative of a few other things in the park, and it's not, the location isn't great because it just like
it is smack dab
in the middle.
In the middle, it is. It's like right in the middle. Again, if you want to go on Magic Carpets of Aladdin, I wouldn't wait very long. I would wait. Maybe go at night again. I would, if I were to go, I would go at night because it's pretty at Adventureland at night. I would just do that. We actually did do that not that long ago.
I think you're thinking of someone else.
I'm not thinking of someone else.
I've never been on Magic Carpets.
It was me and Emily, and it was when we were there.
I've never been on Magic Carpets.
Well, I know you haven't, but I went on.
What was I doing?
My nephews and niece. I don't know what you were doing.
Probably hitting on someone.
Probably. Getting your...
No, but I think if that were not there, there'd be like this big kind of open area for people to be.
Well, it used to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be like that, and now it's obviously not. They're like, hey, we have enough room here to put this here. Okay, great. So they did. So, Magic Carpets of Aladdin. Okay, what do you think of the Swiss Family Treehouse?
I've never been there.
We walked through it. We walked through it once.
No, we did not.
Yeah, we have.
No.
We have. Once.
You guys.
Once a long time ago.
We did not do that.
Yes, we did.
You're thinking of someone else.
I'm not thinking of anybody else.
I've never done it.
Why do you say that? Why do you automatically default?
Well, because you Someone else was with you. It wasn't me.
Thinking of someone else, your mistress.
Well, whatever. You can go shelter in place with her.
I don't have a mistress.
You should get one.
No, I shouldn't. For Christmas. Mistress for
I
Christmas.
get it. AC/DC.
Yes, great song.
I really don't think I have never been over there. I would remember, and whatever you say is wrong. So why don't you just give me your thoughts and don't focus on the I'm right part.
Well, you didn't have to bring up the someone else. That was you.
I didn't say it was a
you
girl.
Did.
I just
you brought it up.
You must have been with someone else.
Are you really, guys? I think she's jealous. I think she's just jealous.
Jealous of what?
She loves me a lot. Anyway, Swiss Family Treehouse.
Yikes. Oh my.
It's actually like a giant fake banyan tree.
See, and I wouldn't know because I haven't been over there.
You have. And it is...
Nope.
It's cool. I mean, it's a walk-through attraction. It's a classic attraction, right? I mean, it's a callback to a movie that was made in the, I think, early 60s. I think it was 60s. I could be wrong. It could be 50s. Actually, it might have been the 50s.
Or wait, are you claiming that we walked over by it or that we were like in it?
Yes.
I walked over by it.
Yeah.
I haven't been like in that, like right over there. We walked over like sort of by it.
But you do know what I'm talking about. That's
I know
what
it is. You're acting like we walked through it.
I thought you had like no idea what it was.
out of all the conversations we've ever had about Disney, and we talked about this right before we started recording, you thought I didn't know what you were talking about?
I didn't know.
You guys are witnessing the real thing here. No, you went over there and you like showed me what it was, but we never like walked through it or did anything.
Right. Okay. Well, it's a neat, if you like that movie, which is on Disney Plus, if you have Disney Plus, it's a good, it's actually got a lot of action, especially towards the end of the movie. It's a fun, cool story. It was a very popular novel that came out in like 1912. So it was probably something that Walt really liked when he was a kid. So it's cool, but I'm sure if a Moana coaster were to take its place, people would not be that upset, especially since probably a lot of people that go through it now don't have a clue what it is.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. It's not like you should always do that just because it's old. Get rid of it.
Is it like a play area, kind of like for kids more, or no? It's like a walkthrough.
No, it literally just go. I mean, it's really neat. You get to walk all the way up this big elaborate treehouse.
Okay.
And like look into the rooms of all of the the family.
Is the Disneyland one have like the Tarzan overlay?
Yeah,
okay.
Disneyland is Tarzan's treehouse, which it used to be Swiss Family, but obviously Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse is the one that's in Magic Kingdom. I mean, it's cool. You can see the castle if you get all the way up there. There is a cool spot where you can see the castle, over Adventureland, which is kind of neat.
Okay.
From Adventureland. But I mean, it's one of those things that, you walk through it and then that's it. People, it's all there is to it. There's never really a line. It's just something to offshoot if you want to go do it.
Okay.
We definitely didn't do it last time, because we had a lot of more people.
I've definitely never done it.
Right. So lies.
I've never done that.
Okay. So what do you think of the Enchanted Tiki Room?
I love the Tiki Room.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite show attractions.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Me too. The Enchanted Tiki Room is great. Well, what else do you think?
I think.
What do you like about the Tiki Room?
I mean, I think it's a really unique attraction. I mean, it's just all the birds singing, and it's kind of unexpected how much there is to it, I guess.
Right. Yeah, it's funny because it's not just the birds, right? After birds start you off, and then there's the whole room comes alive, right? The tiki gods around you, the tiki, the tiki gods, and then the totems, come alive, and everybody starts singing and chanting in the storm.
Yeah, and also the way that you're seated in the room, it's not like the classic up front is the show, and then all the seats are together. It's like you're sitting in a octagon or whatever it is. Right. The seats are all around the outside, and the show sort of in the middle.
Yes.
But like you said, also all around you too.
I believe Walt wanted that to be a restaurant originally, and it didn't work out. It just wouldn't have worked logistically to have it as a restaurant. So they didn't do that. But yeah, Tiki Room is a classic. It's a Walt Disney classic.
Yeah.
So. When it for years in Disney World was a different version called under new management with Iago and who's the bird from Lion King?
Zazu.
Zazu. Yeah, it was Zazu and Iago. And it was a completely different show. And it was not as nearly as well received by Disney fans as the original. So now it's a shortened version of the original attraction.
Okay.
Yeah. So it used to be longer. Now it's only 10 minutes.
I mean, I think it's charming, and I think it's one of the shows that, Harrison will enjoy all the shows, but I think even young kids will sit there and watch it because there's a lot to look at, a lot of different colors and the birds and everything's moving. So it's a neat show. It is. It's really, it's a great classic attraction. And, I love the show building it's in too, right? That big
tall pagoda, with
Yeah.
like the straw. It's not really straw because it would, burn. But it's like, it looks like straw.
Yeah.
But yeah, the tall pagoda, it's just really, it's such a great attraction.
I could always go in the tiki room.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And there's usually not that many people waiting.
We usually only wait like the length of the show in front of us.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And the line queue is neat where you wait. Mm-hmm. There's that waterfall and there's a little show.
Yep.
Like beforehand, a little pre-show. And so, the draft day guy, pre-show type stuff. We'll get to that in another podcast, but Ashley loves the movie Draft Day.
I mean, if you don't, stop listening.
And
no, I'm just kidding.
In
It's
the
great.
pre-show of the ride Dinosaur, the actor the scientist who actually puts you back in time is in the movie Draft Day.
We noticed that last time we watched
Yes.
it, and I was so excited and happy about it.
It made her night.
Completely irrational.
I was like, Ash,
reaction.
it's the dinosaur guy. It's the Time Rover guy.
Time Rover guy,
The
yeah.
Time Rover guy from
And
Dinosaur.
at first, I didn't really realize what you were saying. I was like, wait, what? And you're like, the Time Rover guy. Oh my gosh.
You got to go back in time and get that dino. I love it. I know, it makes me smile. Okay, but also, I don't know how you can't smile when you hear in the tiki 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 tiki
Some
tiki.
people, I don't feel like that attraction gets a lot of love.
You know what? It doesn't so much anymore. I don't know. People seem to a lot of a big thing now with Disney fans is that people fall asleep.
Remember, we did see a lady fall asleep.
Yeah, a lady fall asleep. It's like a place to chill out and fall asleep because it's dark in there and you're getting sung
I guess,
to.
but it's like loud.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lots of high pitched.
To me, I just
birds.
love it. I sit in there, I take a break, and I take it in, and I smile. you
Yeah,
know?
it's cool in there, air conditioned. It's nice.
Yeah. And you gotta love the end with the exit. That was funny.
Yeah, it's funny. There are some jokes. I mean, it's cute. It's charming.
It is, and it's audio animatronics everywhere. Okay, so and it's cool that you're looking up. It's also unique. You know
but
what I
not
mean?
like it doesn't hurt your neck up.
No,
Like it's just
no.
it's a good.
You would know because you have a brontosaurus neck.
I do.
So it's really long.
But if someone is like really tall sitting in front of you, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Because you're looking up.
You're looking up. And there's nowhere to go but up. So, all right, next. Mary Poppins reference. All right. Let's do this one first. Why not?
First.
Well, we got 2 more attractions to go through. Jungle Cruise. What do you think?
Honestly,
Yeah, be honest.
Jungle
honest.
Cruise was not my favorite in the beginning. I just didn't
okay.
understand why it had such a long wait, and I don't know. I think it was because we just didn't have a great what's the person that's
Tour guide?
Tour guide.
Yeah.
And I think the ride really depends on the tour
Boat
guide.
captain.
Boat
Yeah.
captain.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't think I really understood like the history of the ride and all of it, but over time it has really grown on me a lot, and I really enjoy the ride now.
Yeah.
It's not something I absolutely have to go on, but
Yeah.
if it was nighttime, I would be like, yeah, let's wait.
Yeah.
I would wait an hour for that ride
You would.
at night.
At night you would. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or if it were, when we got on last time, I think it was like a 15-minute wait.
Right.
In
It's
the
always
middle of the day.
slightly less.
But no, it's really, I don't know. It's just grown on me.
It's funny. Every time I go into the Fast Pass, usually Jungle Cruise is there, at some point during
Yeah.
the day to get. So I usually get it because it's not that, there is a lot to look at actually in the queue. There's like the
Yeah.
spider in the box, and there's like,
That's what I think of.
there's lots of cool stuff.
With that one girl we had, though, always
Allison.
remember.
Remember
She
Allison?
was like, she just nailed the jokes. And I know it's supposed to be cheesy on purpose. That's
Yeah.
the whole point. But I think in the beginning, you don't know what those cheesy jokes are. And then after you go on the ride over and over
Right.
and over again, you start to like, oh,
The
here comes
backside
this, or,
of water.
Yeah, like you start to,
Yeah. Yeah.
really appreciate. For me, that's how it went.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. Jungle Cruise, it's been something again that I always remember. I don't remember not being on the ride, right? I think I've done it every single time. Because it's iconic. And Jungle Cruise was the original e-ticket attraction when Disneyland opened. Walt wanted real animals at first.
Doesn't surprise me.
And then it did. And they're like, no, logistically, it's just not going to work well. And they're like, okay, all right, fine. So then they actually the animals and stuff in Jungle Cruise are not considered animatronics. They're considered like animatics or something.
Okay.
Like, they're a lesser version, like the first iterations, like moving towards animatronics. Yeah. Okay. So like, because if you notice, they're not moving super well. They don't move.
But I feel like they need to.
They're not really articulating super well.
Some of them are coming out of the water.
Right,
and
right.
in dark caves, like with the big spiders and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad it doesn't move.
I mean, I
super well.
Yeah. And like Adventureland itself, Jungle Cruise is a mixture of a bunch of different rivers, right? You get the Amazon, the Nile River, what's the other rivers? The Congo. There's a river in the Congo, and then south, so I don't know. There's like 4 different rivers you're supposedly going on. I think maybe the Yellow River or the Yangtze River or something, in Asia. But it's really great. It's so cool. Yes, it's cheesy. You just know you're going on the boat and just have fun with the boat captains. I kind of like, that's what I like to do. I kind of like to encourage them because their performance gets better, I think. Yeah. If they know that people are like responding to them,
Yes, I think we've been on boat rides on the ride when more people have been laughing at the joke, and you can tell they kind of get into it more. And then we've been on other rides where we're the only ones laughing, and then they're kind of like looking at us when they're telling the jokes or something. Yeah.
So Jungle Cruise, it's so neat. I mean, there's nothing. I think it has that allure to it that it had in the 50s, like something completely different. Most of us are not going to go on an actual Jungle Cruise. Like we're not. We're just not going to do it.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, guys. In the beginning, like when Jim's family wanted to go on the Jungle Cruise, I was like, why are we doing that?
Yeah. What are we doing?
I was just like, really?
Really? I didn't know this. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was always irritated by the Jungle Cruise. Oh, and you guys were all so excited, and I just was like still pretending at the time.
You've grown to love it.
I have.
Okay.
I have.
We actually did go on the Jingle Cruise.
We did.
Which is the Christmas overlay of the Jungle Cruise. And it was neat. I mean, it's actually, when we run it, I think they've made it more enhanced. But really, what was it? It was just like extra lights or something. Like, didn't seem...
I don't really remember. I mean, maybe
It didn't stick out, whatever it was.
Maybe they were wearing Santa hats, and then, there were
some more extra Christmas lights somewhere. Yeah, I don't remember. We're sorry. We know some of you might have been on it. It's probably way better than we're making it sound.
It was also a long time ago.
Right. It was. And that was the night. Was that the same night we had to go get
coats?
Because it was freezing and raining.
Yeah.
It was freezing cold. It was cold in Magic Kingdom in November. And we had to go into the island shop, I think Island Traders or something. And we had to buy like winter jackets.
You guys, it was unseasonably cold. Yes. I mean, I know it can be cold in November.
I think I needed socks too.
It was like 30 degrees at one point, or 35 degrees, and I only had sandals, and I bought socks to wear with my sandals and a jacket.
Yeah.
And I had one pair of jeans, and I wore them every single day of our trip.
I think that jacket is in my car.
Yeah, I think it is.
In my car.
It was at one point.
It's still
in the jacket wasn't that warm either. And everyone was making fun of us because they're like, aren't you from Chicago? And I'm like, yeah, but this is Orlando.
Yeah, we did not prepare for this.
We were young and idiotic.
Yeah. Well, we were not prepared.
But the weather forecast changed before we went on our honeymoon, and I didn't really change my suitcase.
So I think we did that. We got our winter gear. In the middle of
like way overpaid for a
Central
jacket.
Florida. It was like it was $80 or something
for this like little windbreaker.
Right. No, it had some fleece on the inside. A
little bit.
Right. So we then went on Jungle Cruise. And it's weird. Like Jungle Cruise, because it's man-made attraction, it's actually dyed brown. The water's dyed brown.
Oh,
it's
really?
not actually brown water.
Well,
it's like fresh water.
I guess I've just never really thought about it.
Yeah, they actually have to dye it.
I just thought it was
brown.
Dirty.
No, it's not. Like, it's not dirty. I'm sure it is dirty, but it's not like
requires
and obviously,
less dye now.
obviously, you're not the boats are on a track,
Right.
You're not actually on a boat.
Yeah.
I mean, you are on a boat, but it's more like a boat train.
When they're steering the boat,
boat
they're
train?
not really a boat train.
Does that work? Boat train?
I didn't even flinch.
A
until
boat rail?
No, not a boat rail.
Boat
Track.
boat track. Boat track. Okay, so I like that. I like that boat track. I think I'm gonna make a Peloton subscription and call it Boat Track. do a little rowing.
Well, you just move on.
We should make Disney exercise apps.
I mean,
We should do that, Ash.
and how would we
The
lead
Jungle Cruise. We could call it Jungle. What should we call it? Jungle Fever.
Jungle Jumps.
Jungle Jumps. Enchanted Tiki Lifts.
There we go.
Magic carpets of.
What are we doing with this podcast?
A
We're
land-
missing
I don't know,
out
I'm
on
sorry,
what we
I'm
should
sorry.
really
Go-
do.
going
No, but I
off
mean,
the
we're
rails.
not really. We should be doing that.
Yeah.
That's our
What are we doing
calling.
this podcast for? Magic in the Midwest podcast?
We're both in
We
such
should do
excellent shape.
Disney exercise apps.
We both exercise so often.
We do all the time, every day. We do actually get out
We
and
do.
take walks and things.
We don't know how to do exercises.
I mean, we did do.
we could do like a lunge.
Hey,
like a
remember
lunge
our
here.
Jillian Michaels days? Right?
Well,
No more trouble zones.
we both still have trouble zones.
No more trouble zones.
We also eat cheesy noodle.
Well, you gotta have
Chicken.
protein. No more trouble zones, Ash. Well, wait, what was the name of it?
that was
called?
it. No
was
more
ca-
trouble zones.
No, it was another one, wasn't it?
Well, we did like the 30-day shred.
Yeah, that's it. The shred.
No more trouble zones is
Do
like
the
twice as
30-day
long.
shred. Yeah. Okay.
Why are we talking about
I don't know. It's funny though. Okay, so why don't we go to the iconic attraction,
Let's do that.
which actually is in Adventureland still, but there's a special section of Adventureland called Caribbean Plaza. Okay, and that's where this
we
is.
said it was Plaza last time.
Plaza. Is it Plaza or Plaza? You guys tell us. How do you say it? Is it Plaza? Well, I mean, if you're speaking in Spanish, it's Plaza.
I don't think anyone
right?
says Plaza.
Plaza.
I'm never.
Caribbean Plaza. You gotta go to the plaza. There's lots of palm trees in the plaza. Anyway, yeah. So, the ride that was literally requested by people that knew Disney was building a park in Florida, and they're like, "You better put Pirates of the Caribbean in Florida. If you don't, we're gonna be mad."
We're gonna set the park on
they
fire.
put Pirates in Disney World, Magic Kingdom, and made it 8 minutes shorter than the one in Disneyland.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Here's
but
some thoughts.
Pirates is in there. It's
Why
in
do you
there.
think they made it 8 minutes shorter? They just didn't have the room, or they just didn't
Maybe
want to do
budget, room, and yeah, maybe just a combination of things. And there's that canyon. We go through like a rocky cave, right? Before we get to the attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like there's all this other stuff in Disneyland before you get into like
Yeah.
where the pirates actually are.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ash, Pirates of the Caribbean, tell us your thoughts.
I mean, I love Pirates. It's always a ride I could go on more than once when we're there.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's usually ever that long of a line. I don't know.
Of a line?
Of a
Why
line?
did you say it like that long of a line?
I don't know why I said it like that. But I love the queue.
Yeah.
Damp rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there more damp rocks in the
Yeah,
queue?
it's definitely damp rocks in there.
I don't think there is.
Well, it's damp in there, and it's like kind of looks
Well,
like
it is
rocks.
because it is a water ride. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Damp
Sorry.
Rocks.
You're totally
Should
right.
know.
You're right.
Yeah, I don't know. I love going on that ride.
Yeah, I do too.
It's great.
I really love it.
You
It's my
love it,
favorite
and I
ride.
know that makes it, I enjoy it more because you like it. And
It's-
Harrison loves it, and
Hands down.
I could go on that ride every time we're in Magic Kingdom, multiple times a time we're in there.
Yeah,
I just like it.
it is. It's amazing. Pirates of the Caribbean. Obviously, do you like the Jack Sparrow editions?
I do. Hashtag swoon.
Okay.
I love Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Jim's
I know.
getting mad.
Me
Sorry,
too.
JB.
I'm not,
See?
why would I get mad? I love Jack Sparrow too.
You don't like when I say swoon.
Oh, the word swoon.
Yeah, for
but it's
some
not
reason.
about Jack Sparrow, believe me.
I
I love me some Captain Jack Sparrow.
think he is great. And he's just at the. I mean, he is. He's not like. It's not overpowering.
No, no. It's not like he's everywhere. He's in. He's in 3 parts of the ride.
Yeah.
He's just in 3 parts. Mm-hmm. You know. Drink up me hearty Soho. I love it. I could be on that ride over and over again and notice new things.
Over and over? I couldn't do it over and over again.
I could, well, I just mean in my lifetime, we've done it over and over, right? We've gone multiple times.
Why do you always have to nitpick?
I'm not nitpicking.
Man, you guys.
I'm not nitpicking.
I'm not having a glass of wine while we're recording this, and it's showing.
No, you should. Have some more wine.
We already had wine. I'm not having more.
You should. Have some more sips.
Alcoholic.
Have some more sips.
No.
So Pirates is, obviously
my favorite attraction in the land.
In the land. Okay.
Yeah.
My sister Molly is afraid of the
afraid.
No, she still is.
No.
Of the hairy leg guy on the bridge. His leg dangles down. And it is kind of creepy looking. What do you think of let's just talk, this is just one issue that's come up in the past. What do you think of the show scene change where the pirates originally were selling the girls? Right? Like pirates.
Yeah, I know.
And now they've changed it to where they're selling food and one of the females is a pirate. The redhead.
I do. I'm just waiting for you to be done speaking.
I didn't. But I'm talking to our audience.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying.
Giving them the lowdown.
I might be in the minority here, but I didn't feel like it needed to change. Does it bother me, like, majorly that it's different now? No. But sometimes I feel like we just, sometimes as a society, can focus on all the things we're offended by.
Okay.
If we're saying that needs to be changed, is Splash Mountain a problem?
Right.
There's
or anything. Just pick
anything
Carousel of Progress a problem.
Yeah.
Because the dad's sitting on a recliner, or sitting down a lot, reading the paper, and the wife is like doing the laundry.
And I'm not trying to, come at anyone that, had a problem with it. I don't know. To me, it was an attraction. It's not representing what we think should be, happening in our society now. Or, sometimes I just think an attraction is just that. And we're going to have things that we're offended by. That doesn't mean things should change.
Right. Because remember, this attraction came out in the 60s, and it was Disney and it was pirates, but it's a playful pirates attraction.
To me, though, like,
pirates are scary, but
I don't know.
Okay, so you have an issue with
when
Disney.
You watch pirate movies, you know what I mean? That's the type of thing that would happen. Like, do you watch things in Pirates of the Caribbean and be like, "Oh, I'm offended by that," or "Oh, right. You know what I mean? It's entertainment. It's not necessarily what we're saying.
Okay.
Should be in our society now, like selling people.
Right.
I think it's playful and fiction.
Right. It is. Okay, so the auctioneer was the famous, like, the really elaborate animatronic. He was the one that was the, show us your larboard side, Yeah,
and guys, you have to realize here, I'm saying what I think. Not saying that's how you should think. I'm just saying this is me. That's how I feel. If you disagree, that's okay.
Here's an interesting thing. When there was a big debate on, like, don't change it. Why are you changing this again? The Me Too movement has been obviously big since all of that. I think this was driven probably a lot by that. Marty Sklar, before he died, he did address this. He said, listen, guys, like, the attractions will change. Walt said Disneyland is not a museum, and it never will be. So in one way, like, they are saying that they could change and things should change within the staple attractions, right? The classic attractions any time. They can do that, right? They're basically saying that gives them license to change it. So, I mean, I don't have, like, it's not like you're also not the person that, like, you don't go into the ride upset that they changed it. Like, you're like,
No.
oh, it's fine.
No,
you
I
don't
don't
care that
honestly.
it's changed.
If someone didn't tell me that they changed it,
Right.
I don't even know if I would have noticed.
Right.
I mean, I probably would have, but I've been like, oh, wait, is that different?
Yeah. I mean, the new
I'm definitely
pirate,
not upset. And I
Female's
totally agree.
awesome.
I think there's one thing, though, off of what you're saying. It's one thing to have rides change over time. That's the reality of what the park is. Things improve and get better, and that's sort of how it goes. I'm not against changing rides.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think we just focus on things that make us upset, and that if something makes us upset, it must be changed.
Right.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, it wasn't needed from my point of view.
Okay.
But I understand people that get upset about it, and it certainly doesn't bother me that it's different now.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But that's just me. I'm,
Well, some other cool changes and additions to Pirates of the Caribbean when on Stranger Tides came out. Sorry. On Stranger
I was just choking him real quick.
Yeah.
That wasn't me on Swiss Family Treehouse.
That was not. And that is not how I sounded. You giant. Oh, I wanted to say something that wasn't appropriate.
Please don't hurt me. Okay.
It was not me, guys.
Man,
It was some other
Hillary.
chick.
Okay, whatever. I don't care.
I don't care either.
I love you.
Me too.
I love you.
You weren't loving me on that attraction.
No, I didn't. I don't love anybody on any Okay, so some other cool additions. They added this mist effect when on Stranger Tides came out.
Tails?
On Stranger Tales. On Stranger Tales. No, in 2011, when on Stranger Tides came out, they added mist, and then in the mist, you saw Davy Jones sometimes. You saw Blackbeard. And Barbossa, right? Or is it just Blackbeard and Davy Jones?
Only you would know this.
Okay, whatever. But no, you saw that too.
I don't remember.
Okay, and
That's
then...
what it means when I say I don't
And
know.
then, do you remember when we saw the mermaids?
I'm going to kill you again. I do remember the
Yes.
mermaids, yeah.
They used to have the mermaids singing. Do you remember the mermaid song? Do you remember how it goes?
If I did, I wouldn't sing it. But I don't.
Oh, but anyway, you would hear the mermaids. And if you look down into the water, this is before you go down the drop, right, and are back in time. But you would see the mermaids like a lighting effect in the outline of a mermaid, which I thought was great. Are you taking a picture?
No,
Where's my hat?
No, I'm taking a video and you're ruining it.
Okay, so yeah, the Little Mermaid.
Oh my gosh. Please check out our
dead
Instagram.
air here. Dead air here. So yeah, there was a cool mermaid effect which they got rid of. And there used to be a mermaid like skeleton there too. But anyway, I don't know. I really liked on Stranger Tides. I think that's coming on the Plus soon in May. So all right, Ash, let's wrap up this Adventureland episode. Let's do a quick run through of the attractions.
Let's.
Okay. What did you think of Magic Carpets of Aladdin?
I mean, it's my least favorite in the land. It shouldn't be there.
Okay. We're going to skip Swiss Family. We're going to go to Pirate... I'm kidding. Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse you haven't been in. Okay, but that's cool.
Are we admitting that now?
I don't know. Okay. Enchanted Tiki Room, Ash?
Great. You should go in it.
Okay.
Charming. Wonderful.
Yeah, charming original Diz attraction. Walt Disney attraction. Jungle Cruise. Grown to love it.
Yeah, it's really grown on me, and I really enjoy it now.
Okay. All right.
For real.
All right. Good. So we have good old Jungle Cruise, which we should go more in depth on one day. Okay, and then of course Pirates of the Caribbean.
I mean, what can you say?
What else can you say? It's iconic. That's iconic for a reason. You need to go on it, experience it. It's not a thrill ride. People, don't think it's a thrill ride. It's not.
People think that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
there's a part that's a little thrillies
there's
in there.
Thrillies. Little thrillies. Little I'm not going to say that. Okay, so, all right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 5th episode of the Magic in the Midwest podcast. I want you to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you download your Deezer, wherever you download your podcasts. Also, please check us out on Bandcamp, Magic in the Midwest podcast.bandcamp.com. You can subscribe on Bandcamp to the podcast. There are some costs that go into this, and we want to try to offset those costs, obviously, so we could keep this thing rolling, the Magic in the Midwest. Mm-hmm. Thank you to all of our subscribers. But yeah, please check out Magic in the Midwest podcast.bandcamp.com. And this is great. So,
and if you want to, you already said they could write in an email.
No, I didn't.
You can email us your thoughts on anything that we talked about or anything that you want to maybe listen to us talk about in future podcasts at magicinthemidwestpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. Also, with the subscriber exclusives, you get access to the Facebook group.
This is if you subscribe in Bandcamp.
Bandcamp, yeah. Access to the Facebook group. You also get those special Attraction Smackdown episodes. The latest one is Small World versus Jungle Cruise.
Yeah. Ooh.
So,
Ooh.
yeah, 2 Walt Disney touched attractions.
That's rough.
Yeah, it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, from the Midwest. See you later.